What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mailbox Thursdays. And today, Andrea has finally experienced her first technical difficulty when it comes to recording.
I quit. I quit. I don't want to do it anymore.
We basically talked for 8...
Nope.
Yep.
No.
Yep. We basically...
I'm going home.
We talked for 8 minutes, and then I just realized that my microphone was on mute. And that was not fun, right? She doesn't look too thrilled right now. But...
That was stupid! Why doesn't it have some sort of notice on your screen so we know what's going on? It tells you when you're streaming, or whatever, or when you're recording, it has little flashy numbers. Why isn't there one for the freaking microphone?
Because I had the sound recorder minimized, therefore I couldn't see the audio levels jumping up and down. We actually had quite a bit said. Like, oh man, I forget what
I said everything I had to say.
Well, you know, I said, like, you know, this is our day where we set a couple, like, 2 or 3 hours aside on, you know, typically Wednesdays. Well, I do, just to, like, read through emails. A lot of it is getting stressful, and again, guys, I can't...
It's because we do it at the last minute.
No, again, you know, we can't answer every single question. I wish we could. There's actually some questions out there that people send in. I just don't feel comfortable even giving the slightest advice about, you know. So, those ones I try and avoid. It's nothing against you guys. I just feel that I'm not, you know, as you guys know, we're not professionals. These are just, like, merely our own, you know, our advice, right? And basically, you know.
Advice based on experience, basically.
Yeah.
We're not psychiatrists or counselors or nothing.
Yep. So, you know, if you guys actually, again, if you guys want to send us an email, if you get our opinion on something, it doesn't have to be always, like, relationships, you know, stress, all that. I'd like to answer some different questions, but that's all we've been getting. And I'm not complaining, guys. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sound like I don't want to do this. I love this. It's just, you know,
Nice save.
What? No. I'll talk about this later. So basically, we have 2 questions here. 2 that I feel are is best covered by Andrea. Obviously, I'll be giving my input as well. But there's also one at the end that I want to touch base on, as, you know, it's more personal to me, and, you know, some of you guys might want to know that. But basically, our first question comes from Alex. I did that again. And he says, "My name is Alex. I have a pretty bad stress disorder caused by my extreme case level 5 ADD, which means at the sound of a pin drop, I will space out for 45 minutes, and my ability to think is slowed. And my question is, how do you deal with stress in high school? And what caused you stress in high school? Because for me, ADD makes doing work super stressful, and that on top of stress disorder has been causing quite a few medical problems, not including stress from my problem. Like, for one, I have an ulcer, and this is my senior year, and I'm 17, and moving to a new school in a new city far from home isn't helping either."
Nice run-on sentence, Alex. That
Thanks,
was great.
bro.
I like that.
Yep.
You get really...
You're the best. Shut up!
Okay, so I'm going to be answering this one. Well, mainly because when I was in high school, I was extremely stressed out. So, and I've had a few friends who've both had ADD. So, first thing I just want to mention, though, if anybody else has a question that is about this sort of thing, like if it's about depression or anxiety or ADD or anything like that, please let me know whether or not you're on medication for it, because it makes the answer a little bit more concise. Basically, it sounds from your question that you're not taking any medication for ADD. If you genuinely have, like, I'm not sure what level 5 is, like, I don't know if that's severe or less severe, but, generally in high school, I would suggest going to a doctor, getting yourself, diagnosed, and then getting a prescription for ADD. Also just keep in mind that if you do decide to do that, you can't expect your very first prescription to actually be the right fit. It does sometimes happen for some people, but most of the time it does not. Because I know a lot of people who get ADD and go for the medication complain that they get zombified by whatever, medication that they get. That just means it's not the right fit. Because there's lots of different types and there's lots of different doses. So you basically gotta work with your doctor to try and figure out what works best for you. That gives you, you know, at least the minimum concentration needed to do your schoolwork and concentrate in school, but also without feeling like a total zombie. Because I know just basic ADD is generally, inability to pay attention in to anything, or you get totally spaced out, or you can't focus, right? And then it's coupled with lethargy, so you basically have no energy, or you're really tired, or you just don't want to do anything. And then also some people might mistake that for being depressed as well, even though that might not be the cause. So basically you want to do that if you haven't. And then as for and then stress in high school. In high school I dealt with stress basically. I was extremely, extremely stressed out in high school. I was quite depressed for a very long time, and because I was so depressed, I was getting very, very stressed out. I think they both exacerbated each other, but point is, I had severe acid reflux due to my stress. Forgetting what I'm saying here. Severe acid reflux. I got some help from that from the doctor to alleviate that. And once that was gone, and once I started figuring out ways to de-stress, the physical problems started going away. Because stress is a crazy thing. Stress can make all kinds of symptoms come out of your body. Even if it's like, some people get stomach aches or acid reflux or ulcers or headaches or back pain, like all kinds of weird things can be caused just because you're stressed out. So basically, with stress, what you want to do is either find ways to basically de-stress, I did say a couple of things last week about de-stressing for
anxiety.
For anxiety. And those are also very helpful for stress as well, because generally it's you get the physical symptoms, so the physical tips are really helpful as well. And then basically, like, getting your mind off the stress also helps as well. Finding hobbies, that's what I did. I used to draw a lot, and I used to read and play console video games and stuff. And what'd you say you did?
I think a lot of us played video games to de-stress.
Yeah.
I mean, you're able to just
zone out for hours.
Well, not zone out, but I mean, like, just be in a different place.
Or I guess in some people's cases, rage for a few hours and get all the frustration out.
That's what I did with Call of Duty.
Yeah, there you go. See, and then I played RPGs because I used to just totally zone for hours.
And the only thing I could really touch base on that is, like, moving to a new school, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard already, or already know of, sorry, not heard, but through, my whole childhood up until I was 19, I moved every 2 years to a new town, a new city, which meant I always lost my best friend that I had in, the previous city or town or whatever you want to call it. And, that sucks. But, you eventually get over it. But at the time when I was moving around a lot, we didn't have things like the internet. Like, we didn't have things like MSN. But, nowadays, and I'm not trying to sound old, but I mean, like, technology has changed a lot since I was young. So the good thing about that is if you have friends, you didn't state whether or not that, but that's not even like part of the issue. But, you have social media nowadays that can keep you in contact with, your friends and that. But for me, to deal with stress, like I said, I dealt with, I just played video games. When I was in my final 2 years, I actually found something that really helped. And that was like, I took photography and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I learned like Photoshop. Fortunately, I kind of lost the skills, but it was a good way to like de-stress and take my mind off of everything. So basically, just deal with stress. Just try and find something that you're able to take your mind off of, everyday type of stuff that is shitty, basically,
Yeah, and the very most basic advice, which is really hard to listen to, and it's really, really hard to actually do, is try not to be stressed out. I know that sounds ridiculous. It's like, well, how can I not be stressed out? But it's just, you just gotta try and teach yourself how to relax and not worry so much about the things that are happening. And the less you freak out and worry about things, the less stressed you are, and the less physical problems you'll end up getting from that.
It's cliche, but breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Just breathe.
All right, guys, so the next question comes from Daniel, and he wants to know, how do I stop caring about what people think of me? And before I go on, I just want to say that this one kind of ties in with the last question that I want to answer about myself. And Andrew's not going to be in the room because, no, she can't.
What?
I'm just joking. But Andrea said she wanted to answer this one, so I'll let her do that right now.
Yes, I wanted to answer this because I don't care what people think about me. Well, 95% I don't care what people think about me.
Do you care what I think about you?
Sometimes.
Stink.
Depends. I don't smell. Why do you always say that? You know I don't. Gosh, you're such a jerk. You know, now they're all gonna know that you're a jerk. They're gonna be like, Alex, stop telling Andrew she smells. Because I don't smell, for the record.
I'm
If anyone smells, it's him.
I'm sure people
He's
been
the
out my
stinky one
live
of this
stream, so
relationship.
they know how I am.
Anyways, how do I stop caring about what people think of me? Okay. So people are gonna probably think this is insane, and there's no way it would work. But basically, how you stop caring is you fake it till you make it. It doesn't matter what the reason is. If you think, like, if you're like, oh, I'm ugly, or oh, I'm fat, or oh, I'm stupid, or oh, I'm unlovable. Because, like, those are all totally things that I know everybody thinks when they're in high school and middle school and all that. And it's basically, you just, first of all, is you have to stop and think, right? It starts with your view of other people. If you're finding yourself thinking about other people, being like, oh, and really judgmental, and, you know, thinking rude things about people or mean things about people, the first step is you stop thinking about other people that way. You have to stop and think. You have to be like, in what universe is it any of my business what someone else looks like, or acts like, or talks like, or thinks like, or whatever? It's none of your business, okay? The only thing you have to worry about is your body, and that's it. You worry about yourself, the way you act, and the way you think, and you don't worry about anybody else, okay? First of all is you stop judging people, okay? You stop judging people. And what you do is you start looking at people and you think, don't allow yourself to say anything negative to somebody or think it in your head. As soon as you start thinking it, you stop thinking it. You just be like, okay, no, that's rude, that's mean, I shouldn't even think that, because it's none of my business. And then, once you start doing that for a while, you honestly won't care anymore about other people. I mean, not like, you know, friends and stuff, but like, you won't be judgmental. Once you can get rid of being judgmental to other people, that's when you can start working on yourself. Okay, and then what you do is you look at yourself and you think, if I was another person, if I was actually looking at me and it wasn't me, would I be this judgmental about myself? And in most cases, once you've gotten to this point, no, you wouldn't be. 'Cause like, if you're thinking, oh, I'm so fat, right? Think about this. 'Cause here, that was one of my biggest problems before, okay? I'm a fat girl. I'm sure you guys all notice because you see my stream, or Alex's streams, okay? And I used to think, oh God, you know, it was so horrible and I hated myself and it was just the most terrible thing and I was so fat and I just hated it, right? But I realized I looked at other people and I never ever thought negatively of other people. I never thought, oh, she's so fat, or oh, he's so fat. That's so gross. Why would I think that? I never did. So then I eventually started thinking, why am I thinking about myself that way? If I'm not judging other people, why am I judging myself? Because more than likely, most people aren't judging me either, right? And also, who gives a shit what they think? Because it's not their body, it's none of their business. So basically, you look at yourself and you just start being nice to yourself. If you start thinking negatively about yourself, stop. Okay? It takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of work, especially if you're really negative to begin with here. But it's positive reinforcement to yourself. You train yourself to stop thinking negatively. And that's all you gotta do. So, it might take some time, but that's basically what you do. It's your body. It's not anybody else's. So who gives a shit what they think? It's none of their fucking business. Tell them to fuck off.
Snap.
And just try to be nice to yourself. You don't have to love yourself right away. Just, you know, be nice. Why are you being so tough on yourself? There's no reason for that. You don't deserve that.
Word to your moms.
Word to your moms.
Too good. Anyways, like I said, this one kind of ties in with what this person asks here. And then, like I said, this one's more tied in with me because it's like a kind of a YouTube question. Yeah, this would make no sense for me. Anyways, the question, it comes from, I'm not even going to say the name because I always do this. Anyways, my question may not help many people, but I really want to know how you deal with haters. I started doing Let's Plays once, but I deleted them all because someone was putting hate comments on nearly all my videos. I feel scared to actually make videos, even though it's what I love doing. Thank you so much, Cookie Monster. Is it Monster? Monster?
Monster? That's so cute.
Why is it cute?
Because it's a star. Okay, just answer. Shut up.
Anyways, I figured that, you know, this one would probably be best to answer this week, just because as a lot of you guys know, on Tuesday was it Tuesday? No, it was Monday, that episode 4 of the Ultra Hardcore came out, and it's where, I killed Etho, and people start complaining and call me...
Oh my god, you're so mean. How dare you kill Etho? That's so rude. You must hate him so much.
Basically stuff like that, but, more so, like, saying I should, like, die and all that, so, like, in real life.
Awesome.
But,
come and say that to my face, and I'll punch you right out. Nobody says that about my Alex.
I don't need you to defend me.
Well, too bad.
Can I go on with this? Are you gonna continuously interrupt every single thing I say?
If I have to defend your honor and threaten to
You
kill
don't need
people,
to defend
I
my
will.
honor.
Well, too bad.
Anyways, so like I said, you guys know what I've been going through this week, and previous seasons as well. I don't know what it is about this, but I'm not gonna go into that. Anyways, so for me, thing is, on Tuesday, I just want to kind of go back to this. Is I had rarely any sleep, and so I was taking things a bit too personally, and that's one thing is you can't take these comments personally. They're just comments. They're just people online. And like Andrew was saying, or, fronting online, like,
Fronting? I really would punch their faces in. Are you kidding me?
Oh, easy there, fronting.
Hey, you
Fronting
know
like
what?
Valen, exactly. Anyways, so, you can't take anything personally. Like I said, anyone is a keyboard warrior behind a keyboard. Wow, that was a bit redundant. Anyways, and like, basically, anyone can say anything. They can sound tough. They can sound like a total ass butt, but the truth is they're just another person behind the monitor, So can't take things personally. If things do get a bit too much, one of the things I had to do was I had to turn off my comments because, I couldn't keep up with all the comments and all the dislikes and everything.
Really?
Yeah. It's the first time I ever had to do that.
Oh.
But, don't feel scared. I mean, like you said, it's what you love doing. Continue with it. The best thing you can do, honestly, is don't comment back on anyone. Don't try and defend yourself. Basically, don't feed the trolls. What you can do is easily block them. And, they can continuously create accounts, but what's easier? You to click 2 buttons, you click the down arrow, click ban user, done. And they'd have to make multiple email accounts to do that. So basically, don't let it get to you. I don't really know what to say, just because, you just gotta, like, even this, like I said, this kind of ties in with the other one, like, Andrea's question there. You just gotta fake it till you make it, you just don't tell people what you...
Also, keep in mind, like, we were getting what were we getting shit for the other day, or a couple weeks ago? It was one of our videos. People were, like, bitching at us about something, remember? They're being really rude on one of the videos.
Oh.
Just a couple of people.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. But anyways, and then a whole bunch of people messaged Alex privately and was like, don't listen to them, they were being rude to me or something. Lots of comments about me or something. Anyways, and then some really nice people messaged us and they're like, please keep doing your videos. We love your videos. We want you to continue with it. You're our favorite, and just really nice stuff like that. Just most of the time the nice people are real quiet and the assholes are really loud. And so that's all you're going to see is the loud people.
Yep.
But there is those people there who are really nice and they really love what you do and they just want to see your new content.
And touching base on that, like I said, I got, like she said, actually, I was getting a lot of personal inbox messages, and during like tough situations where obviously you're getting hated on, people are getting pissed off at you and all that, it's hard to actually focus on the positive stuff. And that, like Andrew said, the negative people are a lot louder. Mm-hmm. Basically, I always get reminded whenever I say something that there's always a lot more people who are out there to watch you, who love what you do rather than troll you. So just keep that in mind, that there's, like Andrea said, that the quiet people are the ones who really like you, and obviously they don't have anything to say. But also, let the other people deal with them. I find a lot of the people who leave comments, the nice people actually jump on them and tell them to, like, fuck off. And I think that's cool, but it's not their way to go. But I'm not going to say anything.
It's fine if you want to shut them down, but if everybody could please try not to be really mean. Just, like, you don't need to be calling each other names and stuff. But, like, we do appreciate you, standing up for Alex and everything. But just try not to be super cruel to each other, okay?
Oh, it's not Alex.
Whatever, everybody knows your name.
Anyways, like I said, just don't feed the trolls, block the users, etc., etc.
Yeah,
really don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing. Like you said, you loved it, continue with it, roll with it, and just, I wish you the best, and anyone out there who is in the same situation who just wants to continue doing YouTube videos, just...
Mm-hmm. If it makes you happy, just don't stop. Who gives a shit what people think of you?
Yep.
Useless people, you don't need them in your life.
Anyways, I think that's about it this week. Like I said, for those people who actually, want to email us, like I said, it doesn't always have to be like about relationships or, all that type of stuff.
About anything. If you want to know how to apply for your first apartment, we got that shit on lockdown.
Yep. Just everyday regular type of stuff. But, like I said, if you guys want to email us, definitely email us at askpauseandpause. Don't email me at pauseandpause@gmail.com. Everything on there gets deleted. It's just basically spam filtered. So, send us a message at askpauseandpause@gmail.com. In the subject line, leave it as Mailbox Thursdays. Otherwise, we don't read it again because obviously I'm telling you guys telling you people my email address, so that's get spammed as well. So, the best way to get us to read your messages is to have that in the subject line. And, again, if you guys have any comments or suggestions for the people who, that we read the questions about, definitely leave it in the description below. Not in the description below, comments below. My God, it's late. It's like 11:30 now. Anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Mailbox Thursdays, and we shall see you guys next Thursday.
Yes, well, first Monday and then next Thursday.
Yeah, but for Mailbox Thursday,
whatever, we will talk to them again on Monday.
See you next Thursday!
Bye!